Hello.
Hi, can you hear us now?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, Star. I just get home. I'm so sorry.
No, it's our fault. My mic wasn't working.
Okay. So now we will talk. Okay.
Sure.
So now can you turn on your light because it's so dark now and cannot see you well.
Yeah, the lights is on. I just think it's the hostel itself that we're staying in. This is kind of dark.
Are you in
So
the Are you in the hotel now?
we're in the hostel. We're in the hostel.
So where? Hospital.
Hostel, yep.
Hostel. Okay.
Like a youth hostel?
Yes, hostel.
That's weird again. Kind of.
Okay. So now Laura and Liz um Liz Starling. Yeah. Can
Pardon?
you?
Can you hear? Yeah.
Yeah. So can you hear me? Can you introduce yourself first, Laura?
And then what?
Introduce yourself.
Introduce myself. Sorry, yeah, of course. So, my name is Laura. I'm 23 years old. I come from Ireland, and I just arrived in Hanoi, Vietnam, 3 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I studied commerce and German in university in Ireland,
Mm-hmm.
at a college called UCD. We've just graduated, so we've come to Hanoi to teach English to people. We've also done a TEFL degree, which is teaching English as a foreign language, as you surely know.
Okay.
And I get along great with kids. I have a lot of experience minding children through like babysitting, also through giving grinds and through coaching Gaelic football. It's like a sport in Ireland, but I coached Gaelic football to children for many years.
And how about you, Rosalind? Can you introduce yourself first?
Same as Laura. I'm from Ireland. I'm actually from Tipperary, from the countryside, but I moved to Dublin for university. So myself and Laura studied the same degree, but I did business with French language. So I've given French lessons to teenagers, conversation classes with adults. I'm really used to learning languages. I'm 22 years old.
So now,
Hobbies include yoga, swimming. I love learning new languages, currently learning Spanish as well. I'm trying to pick up a bit of Vietnamese, but it's very difficult.
yes, it's really difficult. Vietnamese is a really difficult language for foreigner. Alright, so why did you want to work in a small town like Nam Định?
You see, that's the thing. We weren't sure when we originally arrived in Hanoi, but then I just think in a smaller town you get to know people a lot better. There's a more friendly environment, and it's just smaller. There's less noise, but in a way that's a good thing. So you get to know people a lot better, and just to experience Vietnamese life, I suppose, to the full
learn a
extent.
bit more about Vietnamese culture.
Yeah, here it's very touristy, so it's, of course, it's good for us at times, but then we wanted to really know the real Vietnam, I suppose. Real Hanoi or outside of it.
Yeah, and I'd love to see some of the countryside as well. Like, it looks really beautiful. So it'd be nice to get to know real Vietnam as opposed to just one big city.
Okay, so how about you, Rosalind? What thing do you care about when you was in the small town? Because you know that the salary, the income in the small town will be lower than the big city like Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh City. But why do you want to work in a small town with a lower salary?
I prefer to be in the countryside or in a smaller city. I'm not used to living in a really big city like Hanoi, and I'm finding it very busy. And also, just in terms of culture, like, I'd like to meet more Vietnamese people, and I think here in Hanoi, like, there are a lot of foreigners. It's very easy to hang out with a lot of expats. And in the countryside, not necessarily the countryside, but in a smaller town, I feel like you get an opportunity to meet more Vietnamese people or learn more about culture. Because I think in a big city, it's always more multicultural, and there's a lot of people from different countries. So I think in a small town or city, we kind of learn more about Vietnamese life.
And how about Laura? So maybe you are the fresh graduated student now, yeah?
Pardon?
You are a graduate student.
I don't understand.
Oh, you have just finished the university degree?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I've just finished university in Dublin. Exactly. I studied business and German.
So, have you ever taught the non-native speaker student?
Not as such, but what I did do was when I was in college, in university, the way that I funded myself, I earned a bit of extra money by giving grinds to people. So I gave grinds in German and economics. So a lot of the time, of course, it wasn't as a foreign language, but it was teaching German to people who weren't as good. And I suppose through that, I've learned a lot of different things about like how to teach language, like different grammar rules, and just how to make it fun, engaging, and just how to teach languages in general. And then of course, it really helped with our TEFL online course, how it was quite interactive. And then at the end, there was, of course, a lesson plan that we had to do. And it was very practical in the ways that you'd think. There was a lot of extra resources at the end of each stage that you'd really think about being in a classroom. It was very hands-on as opposed to, just thinking and doing.
So how about you, Rosalie?
Sorry, what was the question?
Do you have any are you getting any difficulty or problem when you teach the non-native speaker, and how do you solve this problem?
No, not really. When I was in college, like Laura, I gave grinds to people in French and Irish. So I love learning languages myself, but I also love teaching them. And I'm like used to teaching grammar and things. I'm used to learning it, different exercises. So yeah, I quite enjoy teaching really in conversation classes. Yeah, I don't really.
I suppose as well through learning a lot of languages. Like when I was in school as well, I would have studied French and German, and we both did Irish as part of the curriculum in our schools in high school. So through that, I suppose we would have learned the techniques of the teachers. So we would have experienced what they did and how they thought every day. So we've learned languages quite a bit. So for the last 18 years, we learned Irish. For the last 10 years, we've learned German, French.
Okay. So both of you can tell me about your expectation job you want to take when you want to work in the school. How about the salary, the accommodation, the transportation? Your expectation about the job you want to take.
What
expectation.
Expectation. Sorry. Yeah. So we've heard a lot, I suppose, about what different teachers expect. So I would say that maybe between $1,300 to $1,500 a month, but of course it depends on how many hours you work. I think the majority of teachers would work about 20 to 25 hours maybe, because of course it's only in English language classes. Also, I'd say, if accommodation was provided, it would be very convenient, because it would be a great way to get to know other English teachers and just to create a good school environment in general. When you're, of course, living with the teachers, you're going to know them well, get on well, and then it, of course, helps in the school just to be able to communicate effectively. Transportation, I'm not too sure, because we don't have accommodation, so we're not too sure on that front, but I suppose we'll see closer to the time where we live and where the school is,
How about you, Rosa?
Yeah, for me, I guess I would like to earn around $1,500. But I mean, again, it depends on class sizes, the amount of hours you're working. But I wouldn't really be happy earning less than $1,200. I think that would be like too little to really live off and to save money. I quite like to teach children. I really love working with children. But equally, I like working with adults or teenagers. So I mean, I don't mind what age group, but I guess I would like children. I would also quite like to teach business English, because I have expertise in that area. In terms of accommodation, it would be nice if it was included, because that would make it easier for us, I guess, when we're in a different country. It's nice to not have to worry about things like accommodation. I'm really open to new experiences. I'm not too worried about any aspect, I suppose. As long as the hours aren't crazy. I mean, 20 to 25 hours a week sounds good to me. Like, I'd be happy to work a bit more or a bit less.
One thing I would say as well is We're on at the minute we're on a tourist visa, so maybe you might be good if the company or the school or the centre could help maybe with
business visa.
With a visa extension or some kind of help with the visa and getting that, because I feel like it can be sometimes quite difficult for foreigners to understand the system and then to be able to get one easily.
Okay, so one more thing is that so do you want to work at the same school or the same area, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to separate it in small town in another small town now?
Not really. We'd prefer to be together.
Mm-hmm.
But as in like we'd ideally like to live together, so of course like leave 2 different provinces wouldn't be so suitable.
Mm-hmm. So because you know that I am in need only one teacher now, but I will try to help you to find out a job for both of you, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you for your interview. I will come back with you tomorrow on Monday. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
Sounds good.
Yeah, if you could just text or we can email and specify a time.
Mm-hmm. I'm so sorry because you know that I am considered as I will take both of you for the same school or the same area, because you know that it's so hard for you to take both of you at once, because the Lunar New Year is coming up now, and we don't have any classes for both people, both teacher. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. If you have any questions, you can email me. Thank you for your interview, and I hope that you can get a better job in the future, because you know that you are really young, and when you are in the school, I will train you to become a good teacher in the future. No problem.
Great.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Bye. See you later.
Bye.
Bye. Good night.